We are here. Blessings to everybody. Blessings to everybody. Glory to the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all been doing today. I don't know what you're going through, man, but glory to the game. Come in hitting the like button. Come in greeting one another, man. Glory to the game. Let me share this, man. Somebody says, sin, you don't never give no game. You don't never give no game to the ladies. You don't never give no game to the ladies. You just always giving game to the guys. Hold on. You always just coming up with topic for the guys. You don't never come up with game for the ladies. Okay, well, here's some game for the ladies. Don't let nobody stop you from being the hoe that you want to be. Yeah, let's start there. Yeah. You never. Come on, man. Let's do this right quick. Cool. Peaceful. What's going on, bro? Love. Lisa. Hey, gorgeous. The real ladies of the Midwest. Oh, I like that name. Shout out to you, baby. You from the Midwest? I see Gilbert and Dre and No Mistake, Dexter all up in here. Prize. What's happening? Woo woo. What's going on? What's going on? But yeah, let me drop this, man, before the summer starts. I ain't trying to be all day either. You know, of course, I want to do some other lives if I can. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Miss Diane. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. As you know, man, I wasn't even on that, but I'm going to give it to you because that's what you want. Many of you already wanted me to speak on it. But, you know, when them cash apps come in, man, you understand me? When them cash apps come in and come on, Sin, you got to speak. Hey, I got you. I was going to leave it alone, but I'm going to drop science. I'm going to just wait till tomorrow because it's already pretty much late in the day. You know what I mean? But Diane, I got you, baby. And I got that cash app. You know, appreciate that. You know, now, hold on. Oh, yeah, and I'm glad that you finally got that cash app, baby. I wish Diamond Lex would do the same thing. You know, I don't mind y'all sending money through the PayPal, but I barely check it. The only time I check the PayPal, it gives me the notification for consultation. So whenever I get a PayPal, I'm already thinking consultation. I'm not. Thank you. Adam, what's happening? Fellas, do me a favor. Do me a favor, fellas. Make sure that you share this to the ladies. Make sure that you just put this in the DM of a woman, you know what I mean, that you've been talking to, that you've been compelling to be in the game. Yeah, drop this one time. You know, shit, matter of fact, send it to that beautiful square. Yeah. That's very curious. I want to help her curiosity on tonight. Yeah, share this, man. Share it on Facebook. Share it on all the little platforms. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Cash coming in here. Blessings to you, bro. Ray, what's going on? Oh, man, bless. Another day. Full of this watermelon. Full of this water. You know what I mean? My legs is, I ain't gonna lie, seeing barely walking around here. I'm just glad that ain't none of y'all. I mean, I'm still walking. Don't get it fucked up. But nah, man, I'm just so glad that nobody seen me, man. You know, Sin was sitting over there, you know what I mean, getting his jog on and shit. And a bitch sit up there and called me. Man, I sit up there, man, and tripped on the damn rock, man. You know, Sin around here getting old, man. I sat up there and fell, hit my knee and shit, man. I'm cool though. I'll be cool. I'll be cool later on tonight or by tomorrow, man. But that shit still stinging, man. I'm just so glad that a fine ass bitch wasn't around to see me. You know, I'm just glad that it wasn't no fine ass woman around. Be like, I can't be choosing up with no nigga hitting his knee. Oh no, I was just thinking about choosing too. See, I just asked God for a sign. There my sign go right there. Niggas around here falling. But anyway, let's um let's get into this vote. What's going on, man? I'm waiting for y'all to get them likes over 100, bro. You know? Come on, let's get them likes over 100. I know the people will be in later on, but yeah, let's get them likes over 100, man. Right, pimp down, pimp down, pimp down, pimp down. He's stupid. King Difference. What's happening, bro? All right, well, I'm just gonna get into it, man. Whoever can miss it, whoever missed the. Yes, but you have some women, you know, that constantly always asking questions in the DM, constantly getting consultation. Delicia, hey baby. Denise, you done brought your fine thick ass up in here. What's going on, Denise? King Jason, what's happening? Um, so you have women who are constantly asking me questions, and I'm not gonna call no name. Don't worry, Sin. Not gonna tell your little secret. I'm gonna be like Escape with it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's our secret, and that's how we'll keep it for now, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna expose your motherfucking ass. No, that Sin don't even get down like that. You ain't got. But what I will say is that you guys been getting, you know what I mean, not only in the comment section, not only in the DM, you know, but when I even talk to you in consultations, you know, many of you have started asking questions about the lifestyle. You know, it never fails. A woman will have a consultation with me, and she might ask me, you know, first when she came in, sucker repellent. Appreciate that game, coming in here respecting the game, man. Appreciate that 20, bro. Um, you know, many of them will start saying that, you know, I'm gonna talk to Sin because I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want to be played. I don't want to be a statistic. I want to be the one that's doing the manipulating, that's doing the accumulating. You know what I mean? I don't want to be, you know what I mean, just another one that just came and went. You know what I mean? I want to charge these niggas for everything I can charge them for. Many of them have that, you know, that mentality, you know, in the beginning. You know, I don't want to be no host, but it never fails. Always, you know what I mean, in our conversations, as we always keep going, you know, they'll start just asking questions about the life. And then I answer them, of course. But then when I ask a question, you know what I mean, it's always, you know, a moment of silence or something, because Sin gonna always ask, have you ever thought about being in the game? Have you ever thought about being in the lifestyle? When you watch my videos, have you ever fantasized? I'm like, tell the truth. Have you ever fantasized and thought about, you know, you just basically, you know what I mean, being somewhere, you know? And when you're at this place, you're dressed all sexy, you're attractive, you're beautiful, gorgeous, like you already are. But now it's just on a whole nother level. And men just driving by, damn near having car accidents. You know what I mean? A runway. Become a runway now. You know what I mean? People, men lined up, car after car, waiting to talk to you. Now, some of you like, nah, I ain't never thought about that. I ain't never thought about it. But some of you really have. You've been fantasizing about being a hoe, you know? But the thing that's keeping you from being the hoe that you desire to be is the spirit of fear. You're fearful of what your peers, what your friends, what your family members may think of you, you know what I mean, for hoeing. You know? Blessings to you, Gigi. Blessings to you, baby. You know what I mean? You're, you know, fearful of what people may think of you. And I hope that this video does something to your spirit. I hope that the things that said within this video provokes you, motivates you to do what the fuck you want to do, you know what I mean? And stop caring about what other people think about what you're doing and how the fuck you live in your life. I don't want you to waste this one life that you have thinking about, ooh, is they gonna stop being my friends? My family ain't gonna fuck with me no more. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't want to be arrested. You know? And I'm here to tell you that certain women that got in the lifestyle, man, and when they got arrested, that was the best thing that could have happened to them. Seeing, what are you talking about? How can a woman getting arrested be the best thing? You just crazy. I think you smoking weed or you drinking something other than Fiji water to even say something like that. How could a woman getting arrested, how could that be the best thing that ever happened, you know, to her? Because like I keep telling you, man, you know, certain women got into the lifestyle, and when they finally, you know what I mean, got faced with some adversity, when they finally got, you know, a test and they passed it, and then they finally realized that, hey, this wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here in jail, I'm here talking to these other hoes, they talking about I'm about to get OR, you know what I mean? I'm getting ready to be back released. Like, this is nothing like the movies. This is nothing like them documentaries. This is nothing like the things that I seen on television. You know what I mean? They gave me a wrong vision and definition of this shit. This really ain't what I thought it would be. This is not really that bad. I was really tripping. You know, and they about to kick me back out. They just took my fingerprint. Now I'm about to sit up there and be back out. Man. Now, because I feel the game just dropped this on me. I wasn't even thinking about this. But some of you are actually thinking about not, you want to be in a lifestyle, you want to be a hoe, you want to have a motherfucking hot hoe summer, not a hot girl, and you want to just hoe till you can't hoe no more. You know, but you're fearful of being arrested. You're fearful of being locked up. And let me just drop some game on you. For the women who are fearful of being arrested and locked up, and you've never been arrested before in your life, if you're that fearful of being arrested, because I told you that the price of success is sacrifice, all right? But just to help you get over that fear, if you're just that fearful, like I want to give it a attempt, and I just want to see, you know what I mean, if the game is for me. And you just want to be one of them individuals that want to see if the game is for you, and if it's not for you, you want to be able to return back to your so-called normal life, then by you never being arrested, darling, it would be so, you know, convenient for you to just go ahead, you know what I mean, and go ahead and get that passport. Yeah, let me tell you about this. You know, if you just want to see, you know what I mean, if you just want to test the waters, you know, if you just want to test the waters a little bit, you know what I mean? You want to sit up there, you know what I mean, and really put your feet to that water a little bit. Hey, check this out, baby. You know what I mean? You can get that passport and you could go to a country where prostitution is legal, just like here in Canada, you know? And you could come to places like Canada and you could be, you know what I mean, all that you desire to be and never be arrested. And if you ever came to a realization that this is not for you and you don't want to do it no more, guess what? You can leave Canada or whatever country that you desire to be in, you know what I mean, to basically make your start. And if it don't work for you, and if you don't like it for whatever reason, you can go back to the States and return back to your so-called normal life. And nobody will ever know about any criminal history because you won't never have no criminal history. Because you went to a country where it was nothing contrary to the law. Prostitution wasn't contrary to the law. You know what I mean? It was legal. You could do it that way. You know? And if you've never been arrested before in your life, baby, you don't got to worry about no problems coming to the border. If that border is open, whatever country you decide to go to, if they got if ain't no problem going on as far as like because over here you're gonna have to go through some things, but it's some other places you can go through. I mean, you know what I mean? It is in you. You want to hoe. You're thinking about hoeing. And notice that I keep using hoe. Do you notice that when Sin speaks about this, he always says hoe? You know what I mean? Do you see that? You know what I mean? I'm always saying hoe instead of prostitute. And the reason why I'm always saying hoe instead of prostitute is because, see, in order to be a hoe darling, that means that the pimping was included. Because the lifestyle is called pimping and hoeing. See that conjunction? See that and? You know what I mean? That add on to it? Exactly. Because I would never encourage a woman to get into a lifestyle like this and she don't have a man. She don't have a protector. She don't have a guider. She don't have somebody providing encouragement when she's down. She don't have somebody, you know what I mean, providing enlightenment when she's ignorant. To make her a more authentic, you know what I mean, participant, representation of the game. She's going to need the pimping, you know. So let me just continue to go on. But I just wanted to sprinkle that on you. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you to have no excuse. I don't want you to have no excuse at all. I want you to be exactly who you desire to be. And I know for a fact that you desire to be that beautiful, attractive, getting money asshole. But you're fearful of what your mama may say. You're fearful of what, you know what I mean, your sister or your high school friends or your college friends and things like that. And you know what's so sad? Many of you are fearful of what your cousin or coworker or friends might say, you know what I mean, about you making a life changing decision. And these individuals that you're giving so much value to don't even value you like that, and you know it. Some of you have family members, cousins, and if the shoe was on the other foot, they would do whatever the fuck they want and wouldn't give a damn about what you thought. They don't value you like that, but you've given them that much value. Sir Bruce, I appreciate the 5. Good looking player. You're valuing the opinions of individuals that don't even value you like you caring about what they think and what they know. And let me tell you something about love. If those individuals really love you, like they profess to love you, even if you say something or do something contrary to their spiritual belief or their morals or whatever they believe to be that which is right, and you do something contrary to that, if that person genuinely, sincerely, possesses the love that they profess to have for you, guess what? That love is not going to have an expiration date all because you started, participating in the game. Love don't work like that. So if your mama really love you like that, if your sister really love you like that, if your friend really love you like that, there is nothing that you could do, in this lifestyle that love just, oh man, you hoeing? Okay, I'm gonna hit the off switch. I can't, no, I don't love you no more. It don't work like that. It doesn't. So if they actually really love you like that, then they're gonna continue to love you. They might be hurt, it might not be what they desired for you to be, and that's pretty arrogant, for individuals to say, you're not what I desired for you to be. Imagine that. Make sure you hit the like button if you're just coming in. Yeah, get them likes up, and share this, and make sure if you're not subscribed to the channel, to subscribe, to the channel. But many of you have been blessed by the game to have opportunities to capitalize on, but you haven't capitalized on it. Sin, what are you talking about? Man, some of you got tricks at your job. Some of you, when you're going out to the mall or when you go, to various places and things like that, men are always approaching you. And some of them are so bold, because you have to understand the music and, the things that are being projected, the things that are being posted, even on social media, man, prostitution has become omnipresent. Look at the things that even, the rappers, the singers, the models and people, women, look at the things that they're saying. I think it was one of the city girls that said, broke niggas don't deserve pussy. She said, broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. She said, I don't want to sleep with you and you broke. You putting that demonic spirit in me, and you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. So of course, when you make statements like that, and a lot of the guys were already raised to be, the perfect tricks. They were raised to be the perfect clients. Some of them were raised by their mama and, church and things like that. So a lot of guys are already the perfect, tricks. So, a lot of the guys, when they approach you, they come gang banging with the tricking. They let you know up front, oh man, you shouldn't be doing this. And, if you was my woman, you wouldn't be even working over here. If you do got a man or you involved with somebody, he ain't treating you right. Because if I had you, if you was my woman, you wouldn't even have to work. I would be constantly always spending a big old bag on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, see, I know what to do with it. I know what to do with you. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, whoever with you, he might not even like you like that. Because, man, if I had you, you would be having this and you would be having that. And you should have Birkin bags and all of that type of shit. So, hold on for a minute. Let me do this for you. There you go. When you have individuals, like that, coming at you constantly when you go to a restaurant or, when you're going to the grocery store. Some of you can't even go to the grocery store without tricks just gang banging on you. You can't even go to a grocery store. You can't even go to a mall. You can't go nowhere, without tricks just trick banging on you. You know what I mean? So I just got to keep this all the way, man. You having so many opportunities, to get your break on, to break tricks for everything that they have. But you're fearful. And then some of you are not fearful. You just don't have the game. You don't have the information. You don't know how to move. You don't know how to go about, breaking a trick for everything that he had. Or you don't know how to go about just charging a man, for what he's offering. And let me say this to you, ladies, the ladies that's just listening. You don't have to be a hoe, to be a woman of importance. Even though a hoe is a woman of importance, you could be a woman of importance and you might not even be, you might not even be a hoe. But you just have standards. You're just a valuable woman. And any man that comes in your presence, he must value your presence. And if he does not value your presence, you shouldn't be hesitant to leave his motherfucking ass alone. Stop casting pearls before swine. Your time is valuable and you should treat it as such. Your presence is valuable and you should treat it as such. You should walk in the spirit of value, of importance. You should carry yourself, as if basically you the most highest, you just defining quality to the highest degree. And that's why he should spend every dollar, everything. You don't have to be, a hoe, to walk in that spirit. No, you don't. You could just be a woman of importance. Many of you are working out, you looking good. You know what I mean? You just look like you're just, like you just got pussy that smelled like the Garden of Eden. You know what I mean? You look like the moment that when you was created, you came out your mama's womb, God just touched your pussy and said, blessed. You just got that look about yourself, So a woman that, looks like yourself, or then some of you like to read, you got some intelligence. You got some elegance about yourself. You shouldn't be just blessing anybody and everybody that speaks to you. You have to value yourself. And then you got the ladies that, have Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts. And guys are constantly getting into your inbox and your DM. You know what I mean? Man, every time you post something in the story, man, ooh, damn. I didn't even know your ass was that big. I didn't even know, that you was thick like that. I didn't even know, damn. I didn't even know your thighs was like that. Man, you make a nigga want to spend a check. You know, you make a nigga want to sit up there and get all of the loans that the government giving right now, baby, and I just give them to you. You make a nigga want to get a raise on his job just so I can sit up there and take care of you better, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's cold. I'm looking at your pictures and your videos right now while listening to LL Cool J. You know what I mean? Love you better, baby. I just wish I had more money. You know what I mean? So I could just spend more money on you. Cause you worth spending more money. You worth spending money on. I got it. When I look at you, I'll be like, damn, I gotta get my shit together. When I look at you, I'll be like, damn, I gotta get my weight up. Many of you got innumerable, trick messages within your DM. They just game banging with the tricking. And you just laughing and, oh my God, you stupid. You stupid. No, for real though. I wish I could give you the world. You know what I mean? Let me know if you got a bill or anything for real. I'm trying to be in your life though. Oh my God, you dumb. You dumb. Afterlife underscore living my life, you know what I mean, to the highest degree, tricking like a motherfucker. Oh my God. You are just so stupid. Wow. Talking about some you'll pay my bills. Talking about some you'll buy me a car. Talking about you'll buy me some jewelry. Boy, you just stupid. You stupid. Tricking underscore, you know what I mean, 87. Oh my God. Never met a trick like me. You know what I mean? Underscore, you know what I mean? I get it from my daddy. You know what I mean? You stupid as hell. Damn, you dumb. And the coldest thing is you having all of these opportunities to get some currency and you're not capitalizing off on none of them. You know what I mean? You dumb. Hold on. Gotta make sure my nigga, comment showing. You're dumb. You just being dumb right now. The game keep knocking on your door. And as one wise man told me, you know what I mean? What you continue to resist will continue to persist. You keep trying to resist the game, and the game is going to keep knocking at your door. You keep thinking about it, but you just don't know how to go about it. And what you should tell that motherfucker that just got in your DM or just got in your inbox, or that guy that's constantly sweating you at school or constantly sweating you, you know what I mean, at your job or what have you, or maybe you on the bus right now, you know what I mean? And you definitely should be breaking if you on the bus. Like, what's wrong with you, girl? But, you having all these opportunities, you know what I mean? But you're not capitalizing off none of them. That's wrong. What you should be doing is saying, you all talk. You all talk. You got to call them out. You all talk. Talking about what you would do. If I can't count it, it don't count. Hold on, Mom. What you say? You heard exactly what I said. If I can't count it, it don't count. All these compliments about how fine and how attractive I am. If you really thought that I was beautiful like that, then I'll be able to count that. But I can't pay one bill with, oh, your ass is fat. Oh, you pretty as hell. I can't pay no bills with that. I can't go up in that. I can't buy nothing with that. I can't buy no property with that. With them a bunch of compliments. You know what I mean? I need for you, you know what I mean, to hit that cash out. I need for you to sit up there, you know what I mean, and hit that PayPal. If you really like me the way that you profess that you like me, then you will turn your words into verbs. Yeah, you will have a reunion at Western Union. You will show me instead of just tell me. And right now, you just talking. You just trying to run the game. But one thing I know about a man that my mama told me or my grandmother told me, you can say whatever you want. You know what I mean? But you can simply say, my mama told me that when a man truly wants something, he gonna make sacrifices to get it. When a man want that car, guess what he do? He work extra hours at his job. You know what I mean? He even take up another job to get that car. You know, that man might have wanted to live in a certain area. He made sacrifices so he can live in a better area. You know, that man might have wanted, to be a guy, a womanizer. He wanted to be a man, to have pussy. He wanted to be able to fuck like there was no tomorrow. He had to make sacrifices in the gym to look a certain way so women would gravitate to him. He made sacrifices. He abstained and refrained from all the foods that he wanted to eat so he can look a certain way to attract more women. Because he wanted a multitude showing him sexual gratitude. So he made sacrifices. So if I'm valuable to you, I know you'll make that sacrifice, baby. Because when we go to the stores or when we go to a car lot or wherever we go, if we see something that we want, guess what? Currency is a necessity. You had to spend some money to get that. You couldn't just walk out the store, with what you want. Why? Because there was penalties that came with that. You had to pay the cost. And I'm telling you that I'm more valuable than anything that you went into a store to purchase. I'm telling you that I'm more valuable than any vehicle that's on a car lot. My body, is the temple of God. I'm the best definition of important. So I'm worth more than jewelry and cars and designer clothes. And if you can make sacrifices to get designer clothes and jewelry and cars, and some men, hold on. And some men, you could actually, be feminine and soft and and seduce and reduce them that way. But some men, you're going to have to be aggressive if you want to be progressive, baby. All that soft shit don't work with everybody. You're going to have to be aggressive. You're going to have to tell a motherfucker what you want, because all of that playing and laughing and, keep acknowledging somebody that hasn't acknowledged your Cash App or your PayPal or your account number, he take you as a joke. Because you keep acknowledging him. You keep giving him something that's irreplaceable. You keep giving him time. Okay? So even if he didn't get the ass, you still gave him something that was irreplaceable. You gave him time. And the moment that you told him, the prerequisites that had to be fulfilled, and he hasn't fulfilled them, why the fuck you still talking to him? Why the fuck you still talking to somebody that you gave instructions to and it hasn't been fulfilled? You got to treat a trick like a trick. And when you're talking to a trick, you give that trick instructions. If that trick has not fulfilled the motherfucking instructions, then what the fuck you talking to him for? If you talk to an individual, that you done gave instructions to and it has not been fulfilled, then that means that, you understand me, it's no longer one person that's playing. That means it's two people that's playing now. Because you keep acknowledging this playing ass nigga. You keep acknowledging this motherfucking trick that ain't done no tricking on you. So he not the only one playing. You playing too. It's two motherfuckers that's playing. But see, when you serious about your bankroll, when you serious, you understand me, about your money, when you tell a motherfucker what you want and you see that you want wasn't taken care of, you ain't got nothing to say to him. Only language that you should be speaking to a trick that hasn't tricked on you is the language of silence after you've given your instructions. That's it. After a while, guess what people start doing? When you walk up in, a store of luxury, when you go to a place, where it has valuable things in it, and you just window shopping, you know, when you first came into the store, you were dressed a certain way, so the employees within the store gave you a certain attention. But once everybody finds out that you're a window shopper, once everybody finds out in the store that you come in the store and all you do is ask questions, but you don't have no intentions to buy anything within the store, they're going to stop talking to your broke ass. They're going to stop giving you, that respect, that attention that you first had when you first came in there, because they know that you just a window shopping motherfucker. You just come up in here playing. All right? Because if you really respect, our place of business, you would come in here and spend money, in this place of business, because you respect our business. You know what I'm saying? What happens sometimes, even when individuals come in certain business places, and when they come in, they buying, they not even buying them. They sitting down with playing on their phone, or just sitting down going to sleep. What they tell them people? You gotta go. Excuse me, sir, you gotta go. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm not, sir. I understand you're not bothering anybody, but you haven't purchased anything. You've been coming in here every day, and you just been sitting down, going to sleep, putting your head down. You have not purchased anything in here. You have to go. This is a place of business. And, you might break a person's heart. Man, it's cold outside. Man, it's hot as hell. I just want to take a nap for a little bit. Well, you're going to have to find somewhere else to lay your head. You're going to have to go somewhere else, but you cannot lay your head here. You cannot go to sleep here. You can't take a nap here. Why? Because it's a place of business. And when you're a woman that's serious about your business, you're not going to let no man just fuck you, and fuck with you, and he haven't sit up there and fuck with your bank account. He haven't fuck with your Cash App. He haven't fuck with your PayPal. You know what I'm saying? What you look like. I taught y'all years ago that fornication without accumulation is an abomination. Fornication without accumulation, that's an abomination. That's an abomination to your body. Now, what I will say is, fornication is sin, but fornication without accumulation, that's an abomination. If you don't remember anything that I said, within this video, you remember that. Fornication is sin. But fornication without accumulation, that's an abomination. See, when you commit fornication, you sin against God. But see, when you have fornication and you didn't collect accumulation, that's an abomination to yourself. You sitting over there sweating and licking pubic hairs, and your breath smell like the balls of this broke ass nigga. You know what I mean? He done sit up there and wrote gang graffiti on your ass, and you still got bills due. You dumb ass bitch. You silly ass bitch. You can't do what you want to do and move how you want to move, but you letting communities come in your mouth. You sitting over there sucking and eating on tribes and shit. What the fuck wrong with you? Niggas putting DNA, chromosomes and shit all in your throat. Niggas got 10 pounds in your throat each. The nerve. Then some of you got the nerve to have a child or children, and you just giving away free pussy to somebody that told you that you was cute. Sit your dumb ass down. This is the worst time to be somebody's girlfriend. You ain't got no business being somebody's girlfriend, and you fine as hell. You attractive and you marketable, and you in your damn 20s, you in your damn 30s looking like you in your 20s, you in your 40s looking like you in your 20s. What's wrong with you? You better check a motherfucking bankroll. You got all your life to get into all that lovey-dovey shit, but right now, you can't even afford that. You can't afford love. Squares taught you that love don't cost a thing. I'm telling you that love costs everything. Squares taught you that love don't cost a thing, but Sinful to Pete taught you that love costs everything. Love costs everything. Love ain't free. What the fuck you thought this shit was? If we love each other, you using me, I'm using you. But if we love each other, I'm never gonna misuse you and you never gonna misuse me. But when we love each other, you know, I want you to use me and I'm gonna use you. I want us to use one another. I'm gonna become a greater man so I can have something to offer you. You know, I'm gonna use my ability to the best of my ability and make it a responsibility so I can be a man to you, so you can use me, so I can use you. But because we love each other, we'll never misuse one another. That's how that go. You know, but love calls sacrifice. Love costs every motherfucking thing. Even in the word of God, didn't it tell you that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son? Don't tell me that love is free when the word of God already told you that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. He gave his only son because he loved you. His son had to sacrifice his life so lives can be saved. Love costs everything. His son had to come through 42 generations and sacrifice his life because he loved your soul. He had to become a mediator. He had to become the high priest. He had to make an atonement so that your soul can be saved. That was love. He said, you know, Lord, you know, Eli, Tabata now, Lord, why hast thou forsaken me, Lord? Then another scripture, Lord, could you let this cup pass? But then when he thought about the souls that would be saved, when he thought about fulfilling the will of his Father, he submitted and said, not my will, but thy will be done. That was love speaking to love. And see, when you really love, you know, yourself, because you can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself. You can't give a withdrawal of love till you make a deposit of love within yourself. And then when you really love yourself, you're going to have to make sacrifices. You're going to have to pay the cost to even love yourself. Oh, let me teach this thing. When you love yourself, you don't put destruction in your body. You're going to make sacrifices so you can be the finest and most attractive that you can be when you love yourself. When you love yourself, you don't got no business putting cigarettes and smoking weed. You don't want your breath to smell like that. You don't want your teeth to look like that. You want your teeth to be the best definition of white. You want your skin to be flawless. You don't want to look like no hippopotamus. You want to be the best definition of markability. You got to make sacrifices in the gym. If you got a gym at home, you're going to have to take them dumbbells and make it work. Things that you desire to eat, you can't eat that. Why? Because you love yourself. And you know that good markability brings great currency. You're going to have to make sacrifices to even love yourself. To live the life that you desire to live, you're going to have to make sacrifices. Some of you want to get you some titties. That's cool. Some of you want to get a lip job. You don't like your lips. You know, you want to make your lips bigger. That's cool. Some of y'all want to buy you a booty. That's cool. You know, Some of y'all want to do certain other things to your body. But let me tell you this. You can lay on that table and you can get all the operations that you want. But even after you get that operation, baby, after that surgery is done, you still got to make a sacrifice to maintain that look. You got to make a sacrifice to even look better. Ain't no sense of getting surgery to get a big ass booty and you ain't gonna work out. Ain't no sense of getting no damn titties and doing all of this shit and you still eating recklessly, and you understand, you still eating at all times of the night and you not exercising. Come on now. You got to make a sacrifice. And you need to ask yourself, are you willing to make that sacrifice? Now, if you're not willing to make that sacrifice, don't even think about being a hoe. You know, because one thing about hoes make sacrifices every day. So if you're not willing to make the sacrifice, stay on the square side, baby. You know, and while you're talking down on the lifestyle and talking down on women that you want to be, women that you want to be like, you know what I mean? Yeah, fantasizing like I wish I was driving that. Fantasizing like, ooh, I wish I lived there. Ooh, I wish I had that purse. Ooh, I wish I had that. I wish I had that body. You know, I wish I had that. I wish I did this. If you're not willing to make sacrifices, then yeah, just continue to be the loser, bitch, that's in the damn audience looking at the, you know, the real ones, you know, doing real things on the court. You know, yeah. Now, see, these other platforms, they gonna discourage you. They gonna tell you what they consider to be the truth. They make it seem like once you reach a certain age, you 35 or maybe you 40, so life is over. You should just die. Sin not gonna tell you to just sit up there and die. You know, like they told you, you know what I mean? You know, do this or die alone. Sin telling you, you know what I mean? Continue to sit up there and die on the inside, because some of y'all already dead women walking. Because you're not living the way you want to live. Appreciate that 10, bro. You're not being the woman that you want to be. So you already dead walking. Some of you are not even being fulfilled. You're in relationships that you don't even know what. You're in situationships that you've been in this for years. You not having no orgasms. You know, you not increasing in finances. You getting fatter because you miserable. You be listening to my videos. You be watching pimping hoe videos, music videos and shit, fantasizing about being a hoe. But you in a relationship, a situationship, a battleship, you know what I mean, with a fucking loser. You know, you dead. You already dead walking. Because you're not doing what you want to do. And if you're not doing what you want to do, ask yourself, are you really living? Or are you just existing? You one of them individuals that just coming to school, you know, and you got perfect attendance, you know, but what about your grades though? You're failing. You don't like your life. You know, some of you are at a size right now and you've never even been that big. You've never been this big before in your life. You're not even eating food because you desire, you know what I mean, to eat motherfucking food. You're just eating out of misery. You have accepted in your mind, you have accepted that devilation. You have allowed demonic spirits to minister to your mind and tell you life is over. Because you're in your 30s, or maybe you might be in your 40s, you mean listening right now. You know? But I'm here to tell you that you're right. If you accepted that and you actually believe that bullshit, then you're right. As a woman thinketh, so is she. Now, if you receive the demonic spirits and spirits of negativity that people preach and teach to you, and you receive that, then yes, you're absolutely right. But if you refute that, if you reject that, and if you're willing to make sacrifices so you won't be that, then you won't be that. You won't be that. You know? Then you won't be that. but you're going to have to make some sacrifices. You know, as of right now, hold on. As of right now, we're at May 26th. Some of you still have time to the 4th of July. Because we know it started in June, but, you know, summer really started taking off, man. You know what I mean? That early July. And you still got some time to get your ass on that floor and do some sit-ups. You still got some time right now to sit up there and do you some squats, to run your motherfucking ass up and down them stairs. You still got time to put nothing but water and fruit in your body. You still got some. You can do that if you really wanted to. You know, you can sit up there right now and make you know, a playlist. Get you a playlist that you love. I don't know if you listen to R&B. I don't know if you listen to rap. I don't know if you're a country girl. Maybe you're an alternative person. I don't know. Get you whatever pop songs you need to do, and get you a playlist. And maybe you might not have the ability to run the way that you desire to run, but you could take them Beat headphones or whatever headphones you got, put that on your head, get your ass outside and get to walking. Some of you are actually in areas where the weather is good right now. The weather already feels like summertime right now. It feels like a good time right now. Some of you are in good, safe environments where you could actually get up at 2 and 3 in the morning, you know what I mean, and take you a walk, take you a run. You in those type of environments. You know, you have no excuse. Get that weight off you. Stop being a TBT bitch. Stop being a throwback Thursday bitch. A TBT, you know, a flashback Friday. Oh, you thought we didn't remember Saturday. Bringing it back to remembering Sunday. You know, how could we forget Monday? Sacrifice that. You're more than a conqueror. You can do that. You're not a failure. You only a failure if you don't sit up there and accept, you know what I mean, that greatness, that if you don't manifest that greatness that's within you. If you don't start utilizing that beautiful gift that God gave you called your mind. You got to get some discipline about yourself. Another thing, you know what I mean, if you've been thinking about, you know, I'm going to be a hoe this summer, I'm going to finally sit up there and let that pimp that I've been paying attention to, I'm about to let him know that I got my eye on him. I'm about to let him know that I want to get involved with him and evolve for him. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, go ahead and, you know, get yourself in the spirit of submission. Get yourself in the spirit of obedience. You know, that shit that you was doing with the boyfriends, that shit that you was doing with the males that profess to be men, you're not going to do that with no man that's the pimping. All right? You're not going to do that. I'm telling you now, it's not going to work. If you're not willing to be a woman, then don't even think about being a hoe. And a lot of you squares, that's going to go over your head. But in order to be a woman, in order to do what's vital to the title of a woman, you cannot say that you're a woman and you're not submissive. You can't say a woman and you going back and forth with your man, you know what I mean, like you a man. That's totally contrary to the job and ministry of a woman. So if you don't want to be a hoe, hey, Helena, if you don't want to be a hoe, if you don't want to be a woman, leave this shit alone. Because it's not easy being a woman. You got to make sacrifices to be a woman. Because even when your man is wrong, you still gotta be in the spirit of humility, in the spirit of wisdom, even when you talk. Because if your man is wrong and you start talking to your man like you a man when he's wrong, then now it's two people that's wrong. Did you hear me? Some of you wives, some of you girlfriends, some of you squares need to hear that. Your man is going to be wrong. Ain't no man perfect. I'm just here to tell you that when your man is wrong, remember what sin taught you. All things must be presentable in order for all things to be acceptable. You might have some good information on deaf ears. So when you're dealing with a man, you still, even when he's wrong, you still got to come in the spirit of wisdom and humility simply because you're dealing with a man. You don't come to a man any kind of way. That's not what you do. If you notice, I've taught you years ago that in order to understand the significance of the instructions, you must understand the importance of the instructor first. I also want you to remember that. Get that down in your spirit. Get that down in your spirit. Some of you guys are new, so you've never heard that before. But let me put that in your spirit. In order to understand the significance of the instructions, you must understand the importance of the instructor first. Get that in your spirit. You got to understand how important the instructor is. In other words, you got to understand how important this man is. You got to understand how important manhood is, and you got to respect it. You got to honor it. You got to honor manhood. You got to honor the principles of a man. You got to be submissive to the man that is presiding over your ass. In other words, you better bow the fuck down. You are in the presence of the man. Now, if you got you a male that act like a bitch and carry himself like a bitch, I'm not talking to you, bitch. I'm talking to a woman that is blessed to have a man presiding over her. I'm not talking to you females that's involved in situationships and battleships with male Jezebel ass niggas. I'm talking about women that's involved with men. You honor a man. And one thing a man is going to do, a man is not going to teach to you and preach to you a message that he ain't living his damn self. Did you hear me? I'm talking about a man right now. See, a man has enough wisdom to understand. Appreciate that 5, bro. Good looking. A man has enough wisdom to understand that if I desire for this woman to follow my instructions, that I must be the message first. I must be a living solution. Because if I'm just verbally given a solution, but I'm not a living solution myself, then I'm helping the problems exacerbate. Did you hear that? Get that in your spirit too. Touch somebody and say, when I'm not a living solution, and I'm just verbally giving solutions, but I'm not a living solution my damn self, I'm helping the problems exacerbate. In other words, I'm helping that shit increase. That's good that you verbally conveyed a solution, but the best way for a woman to understand and accept that solution to the problem is for you to be the living solution. For you to be the message that you're bringing. That woman needs to see you carrying discipline, and get that the game just had to have me drop that on you because I see it's some men in here, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to drop that too. You know what I mean? But yeah, getting back to this game that I never left. You got to be submissive. You got to submit yourself to that man. And I understand, ladies. I understand. Some of you have never been in the presence of a man before. Some of you are 20, some of you are 30, some of you are 40 years old, and you still have not even seen a man. You still haven't been in the presence of a man. You don't even know. If a man came into your presence right now, you wouldn't even know how to communicate with him. He would be like a UFO to you. He would be like an alien. Because you've been dealing with niggas that profess to be men. You've been dealing with males that profess to be men. You've been dealing with bitch ass niggas that profess to be men. But you never really actually had a man before. Some of you, your father died before you was born. Some of you, your father died when you was in your youth. Some of you, you know what I mean, your father just wasn't in your life. So you never had. So a lot of things that I say is foreign to you. It's foreign. You know, a lot of things that I say to you guys, it's a whole nother vernacular that is it's too motherfucking spectacular for you to even understand. This shit called manhood and respecting the man and being submissive to the man and things like that. You know, this is a foreign doctrine to you. You like, what the fuck is he talking about? Submitting to the man and being obedient to a man and fulfilling the instructions of a man and getting up every day thinking about how could you please your man today better than how you pleased him yesterday. You know, some of y'all, this is a whole nother doctrine to you because you didn't see your mother in the house, fulfilling the desires of your father. Now, some of you women actually had a father. And some of you actually got a father and mother that's still together right now. So you know what you're supposed to be doing as a woman. You seen how your relationship, with your mother and father, how they still married, how they still maintaining things. And you see that your mother is submissive to your father. You don't see your mother disrespecting or going back and forth with your father, like she's his equal. All right. And I'm here to tell you that even though, your mother and father, them square relationships that you like, they're still being maintained today is completely different than, a pimp and a hoe, relationship. But one thing I will tell you that they have in common is that in order for it to work, in order for this relationship to keep going, someone has to realize, that, I'm not equal with you. And that's going to have to be you, bitch. That's going to have to be the woman. You're going to have to submit to this man. You cannot, and especially in the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. Because if the pimp sees that you trying to go too much back and forth with him and you too saucy at the mouth and things like that. Now, if he's a beginner in the lifestyle, if he's a novice, then, he gonna put up with you a little bit because he just starting or he might not be established in the game. You know what I mean? So he might go back and forth with you, because he's new. He's not established, but an established pimp, somebody that's known for pimping, somebody that got too much to lose, he's not going to cast pearls before swine, baby. He going to tell you what to do, and if that's not what you desire to do, he going to tell you, God bless you, and you be blessed and have, going on about your merry way. He's too polished and established in the game to devalue, his ism, his brand in the game, to go back and forth with you. Okay? So I'm just getting you in good, preparations. Hold on for a minute. No, let me say this. Man and woman is not equal. The only guy that actually thinks that a woman is equal with him, he's either lying to get between the legs of a woman, or he was pretty much raised by a woman to believe this gay ass doctrine. But no real man believes that a woman is equal with him. All right, ladies, if you hear a guy telling you that, y'all equal, or I let my woman run the relationship and all of that type of shit, 9 out of 10, he's a mama raised ass nigga. 9 out of 10, he probably gay on the low. He probably got that Dwayne Wade spirit. He living vicariously through his son. He really a homosexual on the low. Because no real man is going to think that a woman is equal with him. No real man. If a man tell you, oh, baby, we equal. We can both wear panties sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't have to wear the drawers all the time. You can wear the panties. You can wear the drawers and I can wear the panties sometimes, baby. You can wear the wife beater and I can wear the bra. Why I gotta hit you from the back all the time? You can hit me from the back. Let me throw my leg over my head and you sit up there and fuck the shit out of me, you know what I mean, on the chandeliers. You know what I mean? Why I gotta be the one that's always fucking the shit out of you, you understand me, all over the house? Baby, you can smack me on my ass. You can pull my hair and call me your bitch. You know? We equal with each other and all of this compromising ass shit. You know? All these light-skinned ass statements, man. Keep that shit to yourself. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to do with that. Men ain't got nothing to do with that. And when I said that, I was just being comical because we definitely got some light-skinned men that's men to the highest degree. You know? But yeah, man, you keep all that soft, you keep all that I'll be sure shit to yourself, man. Don't ever put no, you know, you go to one of them, the Black Woman is God, you know, type of platforms. You know, yeah, go to one of them, the Black Coochie is God platforms and say that shit. You know, let me make this very clear. You know what I mean? I'm speaking to the ladies tonight. I'm ministering the game to the ladies tonight, but this is not one of those, the Black Woman's Coochie is God type of platforms. This is one of the only platforms on YouTube that you see where the man is in total power. Look in the comments section right now. Do you see any woman mods? Do you see any women deleting and, you know what I mean, blocking niggas from the channel? No. Do you see women openly disrespect men over here? You know, I got too many young men looking at me. I got a percentage of 13 and 19-year-olds looking at me. I already know they men, they young boys. So I can't allow that foolishness to even be displayed within my comment section. You know? And mind you have all authorization. When you see any of that sissified ass shit being conveyed in the comment section talking about something, yeah, man, you know, we was all created equal. Bitch, no, we wasn't. That is a lie from the pits of hell. No, we was not. You were not created equal with no woman. That's not even scriptural. When you were born, you know what I mean? I mean, first of all, number one, matter of fact, I ain't even got to take it biblical. If that woman smacked the shit out of you and police arrive, guess what? It's still a probability where she won't go to a correctional facility. It's a good chance that she could smack the shit out of you and call you a bitch, and she could get in her car and they could just tell her, ma'am, just go home. Ma'am, just go your own way. Man, she called me a bitch and smacked me. Y'all ain't gonna, sir, just lower your voice, sir. And they'll tell that woman to go on about her business. But if you smack the shit out that woman, if you sit up there and smack her ass and call her a bitch and you admit to it, you see if you going to jail or not. Dumbass. And you sitting up here talking about we equal and all of this shit. You know? Look at the tough situations and bad circumstances, you know what I mean, that happens in life. And no matter how intelligent she is, remember that she's still a woman. So in these circumstances, 9 out of 10, she gonna emotionally react to it. But that man gonna keep mentally responding. We not the same. We not the same. And we don't have the same expectations. To whom much is given, much is required. You know? So yeah, please, man, keep that false doctrine to yourself. We was created equal. You know what I mean? All that Will Smith, Jada Pinkett ass shit, the red table. This ain't one of the red table platforms. This a pimp and hoe platform. You know? So keep all that red table ass shit, all of that Cynthia G shit, keep that shit over there. And that ain't no shot at Cynthia, you know what I mean? Because, you know, and then I already let that be known. But all of the Black woman empowerment, you know what I mean, platforms, if you want to go over there, you know, go over there. But you niggas is not gonna make no mod for Cynthia G statements. Seeing what you say, yeah, niggas be in my comment section, and from the things they said, you would think he a mod over there at Cynthia G's channel. And this ain't no shot at Cynthia, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I don't have no hatred or dislike for her. You know what I mean? Like, I like Cynthia. You know, she can get some of this pimping too. But check this out. You know what I mean? All of these soft ass comments and shit, man, don't never do that again. Moving on, getting to back to this game that I never left. Man, I just love me. But yeah, you gonna have to make them sacrifices. You know, it's a day-to-day sacrifice, you know, to be a woman. And I keep saying it, and I'm gonna say it again. Many of you will never be a hoe because you'll never be a woman. You know, you can never be a hoe because you're not a woman. And some of you don't want to be a woman. It's easier for you to be a fag ass bitch than it is for you to be a woman. You know, you got comfortable doing fag ass bitch shit. You got comfortable being a lazy bitch. It's more easier to be a fat bitch that just complains all the time. It's easy to sit up there and blame your mama, your father, you know what I mean, every boyfriend, every nigga that you've been involved with. That's become too easy. You know, it's easier for you to do that than to be a woman. So like I keep saying, some of you will never be a hoe because you'll never be a woman. You will never operate in the office of a woman. You will just continue to stay as the gender of fucking female, but you're not a woman. You know, until you go through that sanctification process and allow this game to purify you and sanctify you, times when you want to open your mouth and cuss back at him, times when you want to go back and forth with him, you know what I mean, like you a man, you know what I mean, that sanctification, it'll make you shut up when you want to talk. You know, that sanctification of this game, you know what I mean, when you want to sit up here and use profanity, you know, you're speaking the language of silence. You know, you got to honor manhood. Your ministry as a woman is to take what he has and make it greater. Did you hear that? That is your ministry as a woman. Your ministry as a woman, you're supposed to be able to take whatever a man is presiding over, whatever that man has going on, because you have a dynamic ministry as a woman, you're supposed to take what that man has and you're supposed to make it greater. You are a producer. You're not just a producer of children, you're a producer of life. And when I say life, I'm not saying a child. I'm talking about that life we want to live, that life we want to live more abundantly on earth. I can live that with you. You bring serenity in my life. You bring, you understand me, peace in the midst of a storm. When I got niggas hate mentally, but I can't verbally tell you because I'm a man and I got to keep on this presentation, even though I might be hurting, somebody might have died, or I might be having a memory. Because I'm a man, I got to keep standing. But because you're operating in your anointing as a woman, you can discern when something is wrong and you can medicate. But when you frustrate, when you arguing, when you're bringing confrontations, when you're looking for something that's wrong when there's nothing that's wrong, because some of you look for a problem when it ain't even a problem, you know. But when you're causing problems instead of being a solution, you can't operate like that. You know, you can't operate like that. You can't be a blessing like that. You know, the reason why a lot of you have a problem with accepting the calling, you know, of God on your life is because you don't want to be a woman. Everything has something to do with you being a woman. You can't even fulfill the will of God for your life because you don't want to be a woman. You don't want to be submissive to God. You don't want to be submissive to the man of God. You don't want to be submissive, even if you might not even be involved in spirituality. You might be involved in carnality. But reality is you don't want to be submissive to nobody. And that's why you don't have nobody. That's why basically you by yourself, you know what I mean? And society still sees you as a nobody. You know what I mean? Like you need to do something. You know? Right now, you know, you are very attractive, you know, female, but you'll never be that beautiful woman until you start making them sacrifices. And I'm here to tell you that if you've been fantasizing, but yet you want to hold on to your foolish pride, you know what I mean? Leave that alone. Leave the game alone. But for those of you that want to be a hoe, those of you that want to be successful in the lifestyle, don't let nobody stop you. Those of you that want to be a hoe in the game, when I say don't let nobody stop you, I don't mean just nobody. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let that destruction that you putting in your body stop you, that's causing you to be big and fat and out of shape. You know what I mean? Don't let nothing, when I say, you know what I mean, don't let nobody stop you from being the hoe that you want to be, even though I was talking about somebody in the title, but man, don't let nobody or nothing. See, YouTube only allow you to put only a certain much, you know, 100, letters in that title. So I couldn't sit up there and put everything I wanted to say in the title, but the real title is, don't let nobody or nothing stop you from being the hoe that you want to be. Don't let drugs, don't let, you understand me, that food, you know what I mean? Don't let toxic relationships, you know what I mean? Don't let nothing or nobody stop you from being the hoe that you want to be. Family members, you know, square ass friends, you know, none of that. Don't let Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, you know what I mean? Don't let none of that stop you from being the hoe that you want to be. What you mean, Sin? What did you mean by that? Instagram, Facebook, you know, and Snap. You guys know it's a whole bunch of bullshit, you know what I mean, that's on the internet. And it has plagued a lot of you guys' minds to believe that 2 + 2 is 5. You know, some of you are very impressionable. So you go to different platforms on IG and Facebook and you will hear something and you allow that to be digested in your spirit, you know. And let me just say this, I'm not, you know, trying to minimize somebody else's platform, but it's a lot of negativity, you know what I mean, on the internet. There's a lot of negativity on the internet. And right now, you don't need negativity. You know, I'm not saying the truth. I'm just saying there's a lot of hatred, you know, for women, you know, on the internet. I'm not talking about holding you accountable, because I'm going to hold you accountable with this game. I'm talking about you know, and I'm here to tell you that, you know what I mean, the pimping don't hate women. You know, contrary to popular belief, contrary to what the internet told you, contrary to them documentaries that you may see, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, the pimping don't hate women. We don't hate women at all, you know. But, you know, let me make that, hold on, let me check that right there. Couldn't even see the comments, but you know what I mean? Some of you, you know what I mean? You're listening to different, you keep watching different things. You keep watching certain shit on the internet, and after you finish watching that, you get discouraged. You know, some of you are hearing a lot of dumbass shit from dumbass bitches, you know what I mean, on Instagram. And because you keep getting into a continuity of listening to that stupidity, you just made another deposit, you know, of stupid within you. You know, stop listening to dumbass shit from dumbass bitches. You know what I mean? Stop allowing that to even be preached to you, taught to you. Stop looking at foolishness. What I keep telling y'all, hey man, it's okay to get off the internet for a while. It's okay to log out of Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube. It's okay to, this internet will be here when you come back. It's okay to get off the internet and have a shut out so you can have a shut in. You know, you need to have a shut out so you can have a shut in. Seeing what you mean, you need to shut out anything that's contrary to wisdom, that's contrary to knowledge. You need to shut that out. You're listening to too much ignorance. You're listening to too much buffoonery. You're listening to too much, you're watching too much love and hip hop. You're watching too much, fag TV on MTV and VH1. You're watching too many metrosexual guys get talked to any kind of way, by handsome bitches that think that they're men. You know what I mean? You're watching too much of that, and it's being digested in your spirit. Stop watching that. As the woman thinketh, so is she. By you watching that, some of you have actually been deceived into thinking that what's wrong is right. Because you're looking at certain individuals and they're driving a certain car, or they have a certain designer clothes on, and she got this jewelry. So you're looking at this airhead Instagram model and you're saying that, well, she got, she talks to guys any kind of way. She goes back and forth. She be doing this and she be doing that. So, that must be cool. And a lot of you are falling for, illusions, and it's helping you become delusional, because a lot of these Instagram thoughts, a lot of these Instagram actresses, that you guys are looking at, a lot of them are not living the life that you think that they're living. Some of them are going through physical, verbal, mental, spiritual, emotional abuse just to sit up there and live a life on Instagram, just to portray an image to you. They getting their ass beat, they getting their spirit beat, they getting their heart beat, they're really getting abused just to put on the Oscar Award winning role, as if they got the biggest bankroll on Instagram. Baby, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Stop watching, fake gram. Leave that alone for now. If you are thinking of, I'm speaking to the ladies that's not even watching right now. You might not even be in this live, and you just so happen to be watching this video after the live is over. I just want to say this to you. You might be thinking about being a hoe, and you want to be a hoe. You already know who you want to choose up with. You know who you want to get into the lifestyle with. You know who you want to be your turn on and turn out folks, in the game. You know the ism that you want to preside over your life. You need to have a shutout so you can have a shut in. Shut out everything that's toxic, every toxic relationship, every so-called toxic, communication. Shut that out. Toxic relationships will keep you from hearing the voice of God, the voice of the game, hearing wisdom. Teasy, man, I appreciate that. Good looking, fam. Toxic friendships and relationships will hinder you, from having that relationship with success. Let that shit go. Let go, and let the game. Yeah, let go of that and let the game so you can succeed. Some of you already know that, you've given way too much time to watching bullshit. Some of you got the spirit of procrastination bad. You said you was going to do this. You said you was going to do that, but you ended up watching this on the internet. Then you watched this on the internet. Then you ended up watching this show on VH1. Then you watched this show on MTV. Then you ordered some food. Then you watched this, and before you know it, the whole day is damn near over. You still have not read anything. You still have not worked out. You still haven't done anything, that is, going to help your progression, in life. You still haven't. See, that should show you right there that this ain't no picture. Look at all them fireworks in the background going. But I just got to keep that all the way, you know what I mean, 100. You know what I mean? You don't have no discipline about yourself. So you need to shut out. You need to let that go. Hold on. Steve, right now, brother, I'm teaching. When I open up the phone lines, you guys are able to call in and ask whatever question. But when I'm ministering the game about a certain subject to women especially, step to the side. Yeah, they be thinking it's a Photoshop picture, Rowdy. They don't think that they don't be thinking they're seeing up here, you know? Hold on for a minute. Okay, well, Steve, you don't have a phone right now. Okay, well, guess what? One thing on your laptop or what have you, you will be able to see a live call in that I will do in the future. And because I know it's you and you're in the UK, then that means that you'll be able to ask a question in the comment section and I will answer you due to the fact that you said you didn't have no phone. We'll do it like that. All right? Now, getting back to this game that I never left, you know, I want you to get your mind in preparation to be with the pimping. You know, I want you to listen to nothing but music that supports, promotes, and glorifies the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. If you're a woman, you know, look up this bitch that really should be fucking with me. Look up Donna Cherry. You know, look up Donna Cherry, you know what I mean, and start listening, you know, to her music. Or you can just simply go to Blade Music Videos, you know, and start listening to the music that's there. You know, if you just want to listen to some music, if you just have to listen to some music, if you just have to, you know, get your mind in preparation. Listen to nothing but music that supports, promotes, and glorifies the life that you want to live. Listen to nothing but messages, you know, that supports that, promotes that, glorifies that, teaches that, encourages that. That's what you want deposited in your spirit. You know, you want your mind completely focused on what you're endeavoring to accomplish with the pen. You know, so when you choose up with the pimping, whether it be before the summer or during the summer, you know what I mean? I want everything, every dead weight out of your life. As the scripture said, lay aside every dead weight that so easily beset us. You know what I mean? Some of you are holding on to dead weights. Some of these so-called friendships, dead weights. Niggas calling you and ain't got no money, dead weight. He living with his mama, dead weight. Wait a minute, he 40 years old. He can't even take an Uber or Lyft to you. Not only this, dead weight. Dead weight. You know, cut off every dead weight. Sin, but this is my friend. You know, we've been cool since high school. You know what I mean? We always been cool. Sin, I can't just leave her like that. That's my friend. Yeah, but every time she call you, she always got something negative to say. Every time she call you, she always got a negative spirit, you know what I mean, to put in you. She's always telling you, you know, some gossip. She's always gossiping. She's always speaking negative about people that's doing better than her. And she calls you, you know what I mean, to sit up there and deposit this shit. And you're becoming a garbage can for negativity. You are a garbage can for foolishness. You are a garbage can for buffoonery, for folly. You know, don't allow the enemy, the devil, the adversary to make you a garbage can, you know what I mean, for stupidity. If you know that you have a certain person in your life that calls your phone or gets into your DM or your inbox and they always or foolishness or something from shade rooms and you know what I mean, things that just promote You know, nothing but foolishness, nothing about business, nothing about credit, nothing about working out, nothing about good health, you know, nothing productive. Cut them off. Cut them off. You're going to have to decrease with the toxic relationships, friendships, you know what I mean? So you won't have a battleship with your success. You're having a battleship with your success because you're holding on to people, you understand me, that's toxic. You're holding on to individuals that don't value life, don't appreciate life. You're holding on to situationships and communication with individuals that have no desire to get to the destination of success whatsoever. Why are you keep talking to them? You know, come on, man, I'm speaking right now. You know, why keep talking to them? Why? You're allowing that to be deposited in your spirit. Leave that alone. Get your mind in preparation to be in the game. You want to be a hoe? Okay, you made up your mind. You're determined that you're going to do this. This is the lifestyle that you want to be in. Don't let nobody or nothing stop you. Get your mind prepared for that. Now, I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know if you've spoken to any representation of the game, but since we're here, let me convey this to the ladies. You know, sin is not a person that just give you something one-sided. And I do have many videos that speak, you know what I mean, on, you know, different, you know, consequences in the lifestyle. But let me let you know this. When I say don't let nobody or nothing stop you from being the hoe that you want to be, that also comes with the adversity. Don't let no difficulty, no tribulation or bad circumstance stop you from manifesting hoeing. Don't let that shit stop you from being the hoe that you called and destined to be. Because in this game, you're going to go through some shit. You know, you're gonna go through some shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're going to go through some shit. I'm telling you now. He might not have told you. I don't know who you're talking to, but you just might be listening to me now. I'm going to prepare you even for the consequence to get arrested. Saying I've never been arrested. Well, if you're dealing with a cross-country pimp that pimps cross-country, baby, it's inevitable. You're going to be arrested. You're going to jail. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, you going to jail. You're going to jail. Get your mind right. I'm just telling you, you know the way it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm not going to sit up there and try to make the shit sound pretty to invite you more in. No, I'm giving you this game. And if you're dealing with a pimp that's going to pimp state to state, you know what I mean? You're going cross country. And when you go cross country, guess what? Because of the attire that you have on, man, the police will just fuck with you just because. And when I say attire that you have on, I don't mean that you butt naked. Now, some pimps, they like to send their women to the Blade or wherever they send them to, so you might be out there bucket. You might be out there in your birthday suit. You might be out there getting your prints on with your cheeks out. With your cheeks out. You might got your cheeks out. You might got your titties saying hello before your mouth do. You might got your ass gang banging outside. I don't know. You know what I mean? Your motherfucking ass and titties and hips and everything just might be out. Right, might got them yeeks. Bitch might got them yeeks out. You know what I mean? She might got everything out, but guess what? You don't have to be naked or damn near naked for the police to fuck with you. It's inevitable. If they see you day in and day out, day after day, constantly coming out, looking attractive, it's predestined, darling. They're going to mess with you. They're going to pull you over. All right. So if you're not willing, let me say this. If you know that you can't handle the pressure, if you know that you will testify better than Sister Anderson at Wednesday night testimony service at Church of God in Christ, and you know that you will testify to them people. And you know that you will sit up there and say some things incriminating, about the pimping to them people. Baby, leave the game alone. If you can't handle every circumstance that come with this, if you just an individual, you heard about Birkin bags, you heard about hoes driving foreigns, you heard about hoes having customized jewelry, you heard about hoes having their own place, you heard about hoes being a blessing to their family, you heard about hoes paying their mama's medical bills. You done heard a lot of great things that the lifestyle has provided. But if you can't stand, and if you can't continue, to be a woman faithful to the game that's in your man, that your man has taught you, if you can't shut the fuck up in a bad circumstance when the police is talking to you, leave the game alone. Leave the game alone. Leave the game alone. See, because you just want the good part. You just want followers on Instagram, and you just want to be exalted, and you just want to be making money and things like that. You just want the good part. But sin told you that you was gonna get arrested. Sin told you that there was a chance that your ass might get raped. Sin told you that there's a chance that you might get robbed. Sin told you that there's a chance that you might get killed. Sin told you that there was a chance that trick might just take the condom off, and try to get inside that pussy raw dealer. I told you everything. If that nigga that you talking to didn't tell you in totality, well, one thing this platform did, I gave you the game. I didn't sugarcoat nothing. I told you the consequences that come with shit. I gave you the reality of it. Now, if you can accept this game after hearing all the consequences that could possibly, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I'm saying that it could after telling you all the adversities and difficulties that come with this shit, and you still got a desire, to participate and accumulate for a pimp, yeah, you definitely might got a bright future in this shit. You just might have a bright future in this shit. And let me tell you, you want to be with a man that's going to tell you the truth regardless of how you feel. That's the man that you want to be with. You want to be with the man that, you understand me, in spite of how you feel about the truth, he's still going to tell you exactly what the fuck he is, the truth. You know what I mean? He not going to lie to you to con you, out of some money out your pussy. He's not a con male. A pimp is a con male. A pimp is the truth. You want to be with the man that's going to tell you the truth. You don't want to be with no sucker ass nigga that's telling you sucker ass shit just to have you do some things, and manipulate you into a situation. You want to be with a man that's going to tell you the truth in totality, regardless of what the reality may be, regardless of what the circumstances may be. Yeah, I've been told them that, bro. Gold got to go through the fire. Can't call it gold if it don't go through the fire. Hold on, man. Steve, goodbye. You know what I mean? You can't sit up there, and go through the gold. Be classified or recognized as gold if you don't go through the fire. You can't be a diamond if you're not willing to be cut. You're going to have to go through some shit. Even when you go to the gym, when you see somebody go to the gym and people say, ooh, I want my body to look like that. Ooh, I wish I had a chest like that. I wish I had arms like that. I want shoulders like that. Or, ooh, I want my legs to look like that. But they're not willing to go through the pain. They're not willing to go through the pain. You got to go through the pain. It's pain that come with this. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful struggle. It's just like when you sit up there, you understand me, and go, to the gym, man. And anybody that work out in the gym, it's gonna be some times when you feeling so sore that you don't feel like going to the gym today. I'm talking to people that work out now. I know I'm not talking to everybody right now because I'm talking to a certain crowd that work out. But if you're an individual that exercise, you work out, let me say this to you. You know, it's gonna be some times where you didn't put so much work in at that gym. When your ass come back to the house, it hurts to even take your shirt off. That's when you have worked out. When you gotta sit down because you know the pain that you gonna feel just to take your shirt off. You know, you sit up there and you didn't put in so much work in the gym. Sometimes, hey man, you didn't put in so much work in the gym. Sometimes, hey man, it been like that sometimes. Sometimes, man, when you done worked out so hard, you gotta tell that woman, you gotta tell that hoe, hey baby, take this shirt off of me. It hurt to even lift your arms up. You know, it hurts, man, to even sit up there, you understand me, and lift your arms up. It's a pain. See, I want to tell you something. If you going to the gym every day and you're not feeling no pain afterwards, you're not working out. You're not working out. If you're not sore, and especially if you just started working out now, as you continue working out, your body becomes immune to the pain. But if you just started working out and you don't feel no pain, yeah, you in there playing. You one of them individuals that's playing. Because when you really serious about working out, it's a pain that come with that. See, and what you talking about this for? Because I'm showing you when you really about, you understand me, this street life, when you really about this game, when you really about the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing, it's an adversity that come with that. It's a pain that come with that. And if you're not willing to stand during when that pain come, leave this game alone. It's some circumstances that come with this game that you might not like, that you might can't fuck with. And that's why I'm telling you to leave this alone. You know what I mean? Leave it alone. You know? Appreciate that, Andre. I see you. Andre been sitting over there promoting the Cash App, the Patreon, my Blade Music video channels. I see you, bro. I appreciate you, man. You know, you got to go through that pain. You don't really want it. Saying, you know, I really wish that I want to do that. I wish I was balling like that. I want to make, you know, that type of money. Saying, I wish that I could, you know, be like that one YouTuber or this. I wish I had the popularity, you know, of a Kevin Samuels. I wish I had that popularity. Now, I've asked you this question before. I'm gonna ask you this question now. Do you think that Kevin Samuels will be as popular as he is if he was over 300 pounds? Could Kevin say the things that he says if he was overweight? I'm gonna wait on you. Could Kevin say the shit that comes out of his mouth during those lives if he was overweight? Definitely free Street News TV. Blessings to his family. He could not talk the shit that he talks if he was overweight. If he was over 300 pounds, that would kill his whole message. You understand me? Kevin is in the position that he's in because he's slim. He fits that he's in because he's slim. He fits the image when he, by him being tall and slender, the suits fall on him and it looks a certain way. You know what I mean? If he was fat as fuck and had titties on his back, he would not. He was fat as fuck and had titties on his back, he would not have went viral like that. Some of you are, I'm making a point. Some of you are saying that life is over and woo, 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 woo. But you know, there's so many people using him to put him down. If anything, he should have been an inspiration to you, because here you see somebody that's in their 50s really just taking off. So it's up to you. It's up to you to blow up. It's up to you, you know what I mean, to manifest that which is within you. Your day, you know, it's not that the game don't want to bless you. It's not that the God don't want to bless you. It's not that, you know what I mean, you can't have the same thing of the people that you admire. You can have that and more. The question is, are you willing to make the sacrifices to have it? And if you don't want to make the sacrifices to have it, in reality, you don't really want it. Somebody might say, man, I want to have a 32-inch waist or a 30-inch waist, you know what I mean, with 19-inch arms, with a 50-inch chest, you know what I mean, with a 30-inch with 30-inch waist, you know. But what are you doing to have that 30-inch waist, brother? You just ate 3 large pizzas by yourself. You just ate 3 large pizzas with stuffed crust by yourself, sir. This does not look like somebody who wants to be a waist 30. Sir, excuse me. Wait a minute. I didn't even know that they had, you know what I mean, a new chicken sandwich. You didn't found out about the new chicken sandwich before the world did. You so plugged in with them. You have to make the sacrifices. Ladies, you can be whatever, you can be the coldest hoe. And let me say this, if you're gonna be a hoe, be the greatest hoe that you can be. You know, if you're going to be a hoe, be the greatest hoe that you can be. Don't come in there playing. You know, don't come in here playing. Be the greatest hoe that you can be. Don't play with it. Sacrifice your all and give your all so you can have it all. You know? Hold on for a minute. B Maze. Okay, can you guys hear me? Because the homies say I'm too chopped up, and I just want to know if it's on his end, or can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, then let me know. Because maybe that's just on his end, but if it's on everybody's end, then I need to stop. Okay, that's on bro's end. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know, that's cool. Okay, he said he can hear me now. Shout out to bro. But in my closure, I know y'all be tired of preachers when they say that. In my closure. and every time a nigga say in his closure, it be 5 years later, and nigga talking about some in my closure. I'm about to close. I'm about to sit down. But before I have my seat, you know, in my closure. And you come back 5 years later, that nigga talking about in my closure. Nigga still ain't closed. But what I will say to you, that if you're willing to, you know what I mean, if you're willing to accept the consequences that come with this lifestyle, I told you that there's a possibility that you could be killed. I told you that there's a possibility that you could be robbed. I told you without a shadow of a doubt, if you keep hoeing, you're going to get locked up. You're going to get arrested. You know, that's going to happen. You know, I told you that was going to happen. But, you know, in this video, another thing that I want to say is you might be a woman that's already in the game. Or I'm going to talk to the women that's already in, going through some jealousy in, or you might be going through some jealousy on the track, you know what I mean, that you're getting racks off of. I'm going to talk to the women who are already in the game, because even when you get in the game, it don't stop. Hatred, dislike, jealousy, it comes from all over the place. The spirit of jealousy and hatred, malice, and it's just omnipresent. It don't stop. So next time Sin speaks on this subject, ladies, I'm gonna be talking to the ladies that's in the lifestyle. This one was actually for ladies that was thinking about being in the lifestyle. But you're scared to be in the lifestyle simply because you're afraid of what your family, your friends may think. You've been wanting to be a hoe. You don't even have a desire to be nobody's girlfriend. I'm talking to a lot of you. Some of you are just in a relationship just because, he pay bills, he got a job, you got a job. It's in-house sex, it's convenient, but you don't love him. Neither do you love this, you don't even love the relationship. Some of you, you hate, even laying down with him because he's allowed himself, to get out of shape. Hold on, let me do this, man. There we go. And no, the game is not out, baby. Anytime where you got women that's checking over $2,000 a night, on the blade, no, it's not out. Anytime you got women that's constantly seeing 14s and 17s and 23s and 26s and shit like that on the blade, they're not gonna stop. Y'all can sit up there and say that shit all you want. But they've been coming outside since the beginning, and they're gonna continue to go outside in the ninth inning, baby. Everybody don't want to be involved in all that other extracurricular activities, shit that y'all talking about. And not just that, let me also kick some good game too. As far as that OnlyFans shit, ladies, yeah, that shit work when you already got a brand, when you already have a platform. You dig? A lot of y'all like, Sin, when you gonna speak on OnlyFans? I'm gonna speak on it right now. Some of you ain't gonna make no bands because you don't have no fans. Simplicity. It's a waste of time. It's for those who already have a fan base. But the bitches that don't have no fans, they don't have a fan base, them bitches ain't making no money. Stop going for these, these lies. They not making no money like that. Those are lies. So like I said, if you have a popular brand and you have a fan base, then that's when you can just go on. But you just can't hop on a platform with no fan base and you like, yeah, I'm on OnlyFans, y'all come through. It don't work like that. The girls that you hear about making six figures, they either got hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram or millions of followers on Instagram, or they might even have over 1 million subscribers, on YouTube. So of course, when you have platforms like that, yes, you can go to OnlyFans and your loyal fan base will support you. But if you just a bitch that just think just because you're cute, that you're just gonna go to OnlyFans and you're gonna kill it and nobody knows you and you expect to make millions just because you're cute, bitch, you wasting time. If you don't hurry up and choose a pimp and get laced by the game and put your feet on concrete and get to it and stop playing, hey, I don't know what you support or what you do. I was just speaking on OnlyFans, but as far as whatever you think that you're doing, I guarantee you it's nothing like what the pimping and the hoeing got going on. But whatever you believe, hey, that's on you. You know, how can you tell if a TLC? Bro, I'm talking to women right now. You know, fellas, ask me questions later. You know, I understand that many of you, you know, want to leave, or many of y'all didn't even show up once you seen that I was talking to the ladies and shit, and that's why we only got 365 versus the 500 or 600 or sometimes 700 motherfuckers that be in here because I'm talking to women, you know, but I'm talking to the ladies tonight. You know, I wanted the ladies to have some game tonight. I wanted the ladies to understand that when you are holding on to fear, I want them to realize that you're holding on to something that God didn't give you. Because even the word of God said that God has not given us the spirit of fear. So if you're fearful, if you're holding on to the spirit of fear, you know what I mean? You know, you will never fulfill that which you desire to fulfill because you're fearful. The scripture says God has not given us the spirit of fear. Why are you holding on to something God didn't even give you? The game didn't give you that. God didn't give you that. So why are you holding on to that? And then to allow a people's opinion to have dominion over your existence, that is a waste of existence on earth. People that have iniquity, frailties, insecurities, you know what I mean, like you allow them to have that much dominion over your mind to where you can't fulfill that which you want to fulfill. If you desire to be in the lifestyle of pimping and whoring, do it, but do it right and do it with all your might. You know what I mean? Do it as the song said, do it till you're satisfied. I'm going to tell you, do it till the game is glorified. Yeah, do it. Use your ability to the best of your ability and make it a motherfucking responsibility to be the best hoe that you can be. Choose the best pimp that got the best game to lace you with, and you be the best hoe that you can be. You know, don't be no stupid, goofy bitch that's by herself and she trying to all by myself. I'm gonna get all the wealth by myself. Sing it, renegades, all by myself. Hold on, and when you fail and hit your face, you know what I mean, and fail and end up being a failure, you gonna fail what? All by myself. You know what I mean? You gonna fail by yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, you gonna fail by yourself. Just like you thought that you was gonna win by yourself, you gonna fall by yourself. You know what I mean? And guess what? You're gonna be 40 years old or 50 years old, bitter and not better, all by myself. You know, you're gonna be listening to that Bobby Womack. If you think you know what I mean? Yeah. Think you're lonely now. You know what I mean? That's yeah. You know, wait until you're 40. Wait until you're 50. You know? Yeah. I'm here to tell you that you can have materialistic things. There are ladies that selling they. Ask me if those ladies, those same women that you're looking at as an inspiration to do, you know, certain things on your own and things like that. You know what I mean? Find out if they're happy. I guarantee you they're not. You know? Because I'm here to tell you that even if I had $1 billion and I was by myself, like, yeah, saying, we gonna give you all the money in the world, you know what I mean? But you just can't have no woman. You can't have no women. You know what I mean? But we just gonna give you all of the money. You get to shop, you get to buy whatever you want, you know what I mean? But you just can't have no woman. You can't have no women in your life. You know what I mean? You just gonna be, man, I don't want to, I mean, just for certain guys, I guess they'll try to do it, but for me, I'm cool on that. Yeah, I'm cool on that, man. I'm not one of them niggas that actually trying to live in the world by myself. or with only men? A lot of them are happy because they secretly hoeing. You can't be secretly hoeing, baby. My lord, these squares, bless your heart, baby. You don't mean no wrong. But let me teach you something. You know, there's no such thing, baby, as secretly hoeing. And let me teach you why there's no, such thing as secretly hoeing. Simply because when you're hoeing, that means that you're involved with a pimp. And when you involved with a pimp that's pimping, he gonna put you out there. So you're gonna be in somebody casino. You're gonna be you gonna be at that place where all the pimps and hoes get famous at. You're gonna be down and about it. You understand me? Yeah, you're gonna have feet on concrete. You're gonna be getting to it. Yeah, bitch. Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't no such thing as undercover hoeing, bitch. What's wrong with you? Bella, you got this shit fucked up. I still love you in spite of, bitch, but I gotta tell you the motherfucking truth. Ain't no such thing as no goddamn hoeing privately. Ain't no such thing as Joseph of Arimathea hoeing. Ain't no private shit with this shit. You know what I mean? I want to be a secret hoe. See, I want to be a hoe, but I want to be a secret hoe. I want to be, I just want to be a secret hoe. Seeing I don't mind hoeing, I just want to be a secret hoe. Some of y'all really got dreams of being a hoe. You just want to be a secret hoe. It's not that you got something wrong with the hoeing part. You don't mind selling pussy. You don't mind selling your time. You just want to be in secret about it. But hey, man, I'm here to tell you, man, you couldn't be with a motherfucker like me. Because a motherfucker like me gonna put you out there. Yeah, I'm gonna put you out there. Yeah. Sin ain't gonna hide you. A lot of wealthy people are really lonely on the top. Look at Trump. Everybody deserted him. That's not what I was talking about, but I don't know what you own, but okay. Yeah, I had to get a Waka Flocka look like, okay. Trump still fucking though. Trump still got a bitch. That's not what I was talking about. Take her cross country and it'll be a secret. No, listen. I gave y'all the answer to all of the bitches that want to do some participation, but you want it to be secret information that you're doing participation in the game. Then why don't you sit up there, baby, and get your passport and leave America and go to a country where prostitution is legal, so you don't have to worry about getting arrested. You don't have to worry about running into your mama. You ain't got to worry about your father driving up on you, your sister, your family. You ain't got to worry about that shit when you hoeing in another country, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, bitch, you can hold till Adolf Hitler become a good man, bitch, from the grave. You know what I mean? You can hold, you understand me, till we have another black president. Yeah, around this motherfucker. Yeah, you can go to another country. And it don't have to be this Canada, you know what I mean? Because it's legal out here, ladies, if you didn't know. Seeing just putting you on game, Yeah. Free medical. Prostitution is legal. All in Canada, Yeah. But just in case if you didn't want to come to Canada, or Canada didn't want to accept you for whatever reason, because of the border and shit. You can go to another country where prostitution is legal, you know what I mean? And I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was some bitches that if I had the game that I have now in 2000, you understand me, in 21, and you give me that same game in 2007, oh man. If I could go back to 2007 with the game that I have now, there were certain women that was so afraid of getting locked up and arrested. You got to remember, in 2007, Sin had never been arrested before. So by me never being arrested before, the bitch ain't never been arrested before. We could just get them passports and go right to a country, we understand me, where prostitution is legal, and I could just sit up there, you know what I mean, and get my whole row out the bitch. I could sit up there, you understand me, and pimp, and she can hoe till we can't pimp and hoe no more. And just in case, if she decide to go back to that bullshit, she can return back to that bullshit that she called a square life with a clean record. You know? She can come back to that. You know? Just like that. You know what I mean? But I'm here to tell you, baby. You know what I mean? If you want to sit up there and hoe, if you really want to do this shit for real, you know, you're going to have to cut off everything that will hinder you from being the hoe. Don't you let nobody or nothing stop you from being the hoe that you want to be. Once again, you know, in life, whatever you desire, if you really want it that bad, you're going to make sacrifices to get it. You know? And some of you really, it's just in you. You want to be a hoe. You've been fantasizing about it. You don't want to be in no damn relationship. That shit is so boring to you. That shit looks so lame to you now. Now that you've been listening to this game and soaking up this game, you know what I mean? Them relationships look like the best definition of lame to you. You ain't thinking about that goofy ass shit. You know? Plus you see the shit that your girlfriends and shit is going through. They not accomplishing nothing. They not having things. You know? Well, baby, that's on you. But, you know what I mean? They're not accomplishing anything. They don't have anything to show for it. I just want to talk to you squares, you know, for a minute. And I'm going to just speak to the squares, even in your language. I'm going to even speak according to your language. Now, usually, sin speaks fluently and eloquently, you know, in the vernacular of realism. But now I'm about to speak fluently and eloquently in the language of square so you can understand me. So let's deal with this thing called love for a minute. I'm here to tell you that if you actually loved yourself, or especially the person that you involved in that relationship, you know what I mean? If you was in a relationship with an individual that you loved, you would be provoked to be greater. You would be provoked to make sacrifices. You don't really got that real shit called love. You don't got the real thing. You might be captivated, infatuated, but you don't really possess that authentic feeling called love. Because love will provoke you, compel you to do things that you said that you would never do. Love is the disappearance of oneself, meaning that I'm willing to tolerate something that's said or done, you know, that normally I wouldn't tolerate being said or done by this individual. Why? Because I actually really got this thing called love. You know, it's provoked me to make sacrifices. Love is the disappearance of oneself. I have totally disappeared. I have decreased, and the spirit of love has increased in me. I'm willing to be the greatest me for this person. I'm willing to allow this man to preside over my life. If you want me to do that, I'm going to do that. Because you're so important to me, and I want you to be in my life so bad that I'm willing to make that sacrifice. That's love. You know, love is continuously, you know, striving for greatness, not having complacency, you know, in stupidity or, you know, because some of y'all got stupidity and loyalty fucked up. You think that you loyal when you really just stupid. Because love produces. Love is God. How could you say that you got love, you know what I mean, and you're not producing? You know, because I love you, I'm compelled to produce as a man. Because I love you. You know, I truly, love you. So because I really love you, I gotta constantly come up with ideas that'll produce a greater life for you and I. I gotta preside over business. You know what I mean? So basically, me and you can find the freedom that we desire. That's love. Love is not me being comfortable being a bum. Love is not me being comfortable, just accept me as the loser that I am. No, because I love you so much and I value you so much. I value my relationship with you. I'm going to make sacrifices to be a greater man because you the greatest thing that ever happened. You one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. And I'll be damned if I lose you by not being the best me. That's love, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's love. So when they come to you with all that square shit, love don't cost a thing. And man, love costs everything. And you're going to have to give up everything. You're going to have to sacrifice if you really want it. Love is stronger than the grave. I don't know about all that square ass shit y'all be talking about. But I'm giving you the biblical, historical, irrefutable definition of this thing called love. When you truly love somebody, you are vowed to produce. Can't be nobody that's in love and you complacent, with us just being at the bottom of the totem pole. That ain't love. So I want you squares to really, the ladies that's not in my lifestyle, I want you to actually think, have I really experienced love? Did I really possess this angelic, beautiful, divine thing called love? As squares, we, oh, I love him, or oh, he loved me. No. You really didn't have that. You didn't experience that. If you never had a love that made you want to be a greater person, a greater man or a greater woman, Bella, baby, let that go. I'm teaching the game right now. Let that go. All right? Blessings to you. But if you've never had a love that made you want to be a better man or a better woman, you ain't never had that shit. You ain't never had that shit. You ain't never had this real thing called love, man. You might have had that square ass love. You might have had that love that, you could just do anything and say anything, you know what I mean? And just, you could just do whatever you want. Hold on for a minute. There we go. You might have been able to do that. That square love where we could just profess, to love each other, but we don't never manifest no love to each other. That square love where, the temperature is on comfortability and we not provoked to use our ability to the best of our ability to sit up there and show love to one another in totality. That's that square shit to me. See, man, because in this pimping and hoeing, man, yeah, that bitch sitting up there manifesting that thing called love every day. Yeah. See, in the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing, this shit is a show and tell thing. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, that bitch sitting up there showing me that she love me every day. Yeah. I got 2 bitches in the States right now. I'm in Canada. 2 bitches I've never physically seen right now. You know what I mean? In my life. One of them came from YouTube. She had a YouTube channel. And she still, hold on. She left for a little while. She decided that she wanted to fuck with me. And then she left for a little while. And I understood. Watch this. Let me say this. Her leaving. I'm in Canada. You in America. I understand, baby. You a woman. You know? I didn't even every woman not gonna be this woman that I have in Canada that stood up to my pimping for over 2 years without me physically being here. Everybody not gonna be like this. You know? So I didn't take no points from her when she deviated and went back to the boyfriend girlfriend shit. You know? But the bitch ended up coming back. Yeah, she come back. P, what happened? Yeah, man, she was trying to sit up there and, I already knew what it was. You probably just wanted to get your pussy sucked on and you wanted to get the bumps on your booty licked. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, Stan wasn't gonna do that shit no way if we was even physically around each other. You know? Yeah. But I already know, what I mean, your pussy got wet and you wanted to do some things. Yeah. And I'm not physically around you, so I didn't. It happens, man. It happens. God has blessed me, but my dick don't reach from America to Canada. Now these niggas might tell you that, but yeah, bitch, my dick don't reach from no motherfucking, America to Canada. I'm not blessed like that. No, you know. I'm gonna take this gentleman-sized dick that I've been blessed with. I'm gonna just sit my pimping ass down. Hey, bitch, my dick don't reach from motherfucker Canada to America, bitch. You know? So I just got to keep that shit all the way 100. I already knew that was inevitable, that you was gonna make that move. So when she came back, I said, what happened? Soon as I was talking to her, I heard Jay Diggs all in my head with the, you know what I mean, that you couldn't find no real niggas in, you know what I mean, in your life. Like, I was just, it's just not the same, man. I just hate the fact that I'm over here, you know what I mean? And I just really want to be out there with you, Sin. I just really want to be out there with you. I'm like, baby, I want you to be out there with me too. Yeah. All of that. Now, how much money you got on you right now? Yeah. How much money you got on you right now? Okay, go put some more relish on that sandwich. Because Sin like to eat. And it ain't enough relish on that sandwich. Don't never allow, I have to drop, I'm going to get back to the ladies, but let me just drop this, fellas. Don't allow a bitch to come back without that charger. Yeah. Stop allowing these bitches to leave and then she just come back. Oh, I'm back. Now where was I? No, it ain't no where was I? You know what I mean? How much you got? Oh, okay. You got to charge that bitch. And when I say charger, I mean charge her more for than just money too. Because if you only charge the bitch for some money, she'll sit up there and repeat the same motherfucking problem. Some of y'all got respect issues. The woman doing some things that's disrespectful. And you only charge the bitch some money to make the shit right. So when the bitch come back and she give you some money, in her mind, she can say and do anything what she want, as long as when she come back, she just come back with some money. Nah. You know what I mean? You gonna have to sit up there and do what Birdman told you to do years ago, bitch. You gonna have to put some respect on it. All choosing fee of y'all. Yeah, put some respect on my game. Put some respect on my game. All choosing fee of y'all. Yeah, that's how that shit go. But in my closure, I'm about to close. I'm about to wrap it up. I'm about to sit up there and bring it to a closure. In my closure, in my closure. It's 2039 still talking about in my closure, in my closure, in my closure. But anyway, as I wrap this up, all I will tell you is, once again, Every piece of gold got to go through the fire. Don't allow that fire to stop you from being the hoe that you want to be. If you truly have a sincere, genuine desire to do what's vital to the title of a hoe, don't allow no adversity, difficulty, no sitting up there lies or jealousy from family or so-called friends to stop you from being the hoe that you desire to be. All right? Hopefully I said something within this video to get, as we all know, the spirit of fear brings torment. And I don't want your mind to be tormented. You know? So allow this game, you know what I mean, to come into your heart, to come into your mind. You know, and if you got to play this video each and every day, if you got to play this video back and forth, if you got to rewind and fast forward and play this game, you know what I mean, in your mind every day, then that's what you do. Let this game motivate you to read. Let this game motivate you to work out. Let this game motivate you to at least eat 2 bananas a day. Let this game motivate you to eat them dates. Let this game motivate you to drink that water. Let this game stop you from drinking pop and juice and, you know what I mean, start drinking nothing but water. You know, let this game provoke you, you know what I mean, to abstain and refrain from putting pork in your body. You know what I mean? Let this game provoke you to stop having conversations, you know what I mean, with individuals that don't have no uncommon information and inspiration and edification to give you. You know what I mean? Let this game, you know what I mean, provoke you to be a better woman. Let this game, you know? But yeah, man, I love you guys. I hope all of you come to my Patreon. Before I go, be nice enough right now to put the link Patreon, because as you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the game on tonight, because as you know, when that June 1st come, you know, as I told you guys, when that June 1st come, sin gonna be gone. So I hope you guys are appreciating the time that I'm giving to you guys. You know what I mean? I hope you appreciate, you know what I mean, this information, this inspiration, this exhortation that I'm giving you, you know, because I told you that I was going to disappear. You know, I hope that you appreciate. Thank you, baby. I appreciate the 10. The link that's in the comment section right now, if you're not at my Patreon, as much as I like the cash apps and, you know what I mean, I like the Patreon, I mean, the super traps. No, yeah, I said super traps. The super chats. Yeah, I'm thinking about traps. As much as I like the super chats and the PayPals and the cash apps, I want you to come to the Patreon. You know, as of now, you know what I mean? We're almost getting back to that level. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I want to get up to 1,500 people. Right now, we're over 1,100 people, you know what I mean, at Patreon. We're 400 people away from the goal. So I want everybody, man, to make sure if you don't got $50 to come to the Patreon, spend that $5. This game is definitely worth, you know what I mean, that $5. Come to the $5, you know what I mean, level. You know, because anybody to tell you that's at my $5, you know what I mean, that's at the $5 Patreon, if you're on the $5 tier, they're going to tell you my $5 tier is lit. And sometimes sin be up at 3 or 4 in the morning, and sometimes I'll post, you know what I mean, about 8, 10 times, you know, within 3 to 4 in the morning. I post all day and damn near every day, man. You know? So, you know, it's not a day to go by that really that I don't post. If I didn't post, it's because there was too many consultations or what have you, but I'm consistent, you know? So I want everybody, man, to come over to the Patreon and come over there, man. I stay on that thing. Man, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. But I love you guys. I hope you live as long as you want. Never want as long as you live. If you want to do a consultation with me, go to my website. Ladies, if you're listening, you might be a stripper, you might be a square, a girlfriend. I don't know your lifestyle. But if you want to speak to me privately, go to my website, www.sinfulthep.net. That is www.sinfulthep.net. Click on the consultation button and make an appointment. Definitely won't be no disappointment, ladies. Love you guys. Hopefully, man, we can battle later on. Shout out to Lee Hall. Still waiting on that battle, man. Love.